Hello, welcome to Diary of a GhostEO. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Sarah.
Oh, okay. First time?
No.
Oh, all right. So let's not waste any time. Go straight into our craft.
hmm
And while we're waiting, you should subscribe. So, what's the topic for today?
So the topic is what people are saying on the app Threads about dating. Um,
Done absolutely no research.
yeah, well, I will tell you what I threaded, what I said on Threads. Okay.
Hmm. A Mark Zuckerberg property.
So I said, yeah, yeah, I don't like thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of them are
So
owned
I
by some
I, I
asshole.
posted, are people really asking what do you bring to the table on dates? Very job interview-esque and transactional, right?
Yeah.
Because I keep hearing people talk about when he says, "What do you bring to the table?" and
That's,
what?
that sounds very Diary of a CEO. Like, it's you know that LinkedIn shit poster guy?
No, Maris, that sentence is incomprehensible. That is very diary of a ghost of a CEO. You know that? What are you talking about?
Well, it's true, right? It sounds like a job interview or some sort of like you know that like LinkedIn shit poster who's
No.
like, okay, that you must have seen him, right? Like he's like this kind of guy who's like, you know, I hired a person, they showed up on Monday. I fired them on the spot. Why show up on Monday when you can show up on Sunday? This kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, okay, okay. I didn't need to know the guy to get like that. There are people like this. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's making fun of it, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
but there are
It
people like this,
works.
and it does sound kind of a little bit like this. Yeah. Okay. Go
Yeah.
on then.
So apparently people are I was just wondering, are people really asking that? Because I keep seeing this
Probably.
come up on social media. It's like when he says, "What do you bring to the table?" I say blah blah, right? And people talking about how much they hate the question. And
Okay. I mean, I've not been dating. So,
yeah.
so what did I say?
Okay. Have you seen my this post?
No, I don't know
Okay,
the
okay.
threads.
Okay. Because the first one of the first replies I got was a woman saying, I was asked this one time on Hinge. I said pussy, problems, and bad spending habits. I was promptly I was I was promptly unmatched. Men these days can't handle honesty.
It's pretty
Okay,
good. It's
first
pretty
of
funny.
all, this woman's Stone Cold. Like that's her username, Stone Cold. Iconic.
Yeah,
Love you.
that's very funny.
And so another one of the first replies was, "Time's so expensive, people cutting corners."
Time's so expensive. Oh, right.
Yeah, and I said, "Well, it makes sense, but it's starting off on the wrong foot. Like, what can you offer me?" And they said, "Not everyone shares love as a priority. Hopefully, you weren't misled. Some people appreciate." Like, I'm kind of surprised. I thought people would be more, what's the word, defensive of the question.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny.
I mean, it makes some economic sense, right? Like it's like the thing. It's like it's weirdly phrased, right? Like it's
No,
very
it's a
like
terrible question.
yeah, sure. But like what we are always talking about, us Marxists here, mostly you, I'm a social democrat, um, is that people make like decisions based on like their material realities, right? And looking at it through that lens, like yeah, like if you're a woman, like your future in a lot of cases, not everywhere, right? Like
Yeah.
there's obviously more equality now, but your your future like return, I guess, or what like
Yeah.
your positive is very much based on who you're dating.
It makes a huge impact. Yes, that's what
Massive,
I've learned.
massive, and obviously like the other way to a degree now too,
I
right?
feel like
Like
we're cutting to the what do you call it? Cutting to the
the
chase.
socialist.
Yeah, I mean you kind of have to get there when it's natural to get there. Do you know what I mean?
No, I mean, yeah, it's like, I mean, it's not a good way to determine this, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
who
So,
comes up with this? Like, who has a good answer to this? Like, is there? Here's my question. Like just throwing this out here for the business pros, right? Are you sure that there's a relationship to someone having a good answer to the question, what do you bring to the table?
Exactly, they
To
don't.
actually bringing something
Yeah.
to the table,
Yeah.
right? Like,
The
I mean,
thing
it's
is,
not the same
I
thing.
think that asking someone on
Yeah.
a date, what do you bring to the table,
Mm-hmm.
is kind of trying to set up a situation where you're basically saying, so why should I choose you?
Yeah.
You need to make a case for my approval right now.
I mean, it's but possibly like seeing it in this light, right? It might be a bit like negging, you know, a bit
Oh,
of a
definitely.
power move, you
Definitely. It
know?
is a power move. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So do only men say this? Do women say this to
It's
men? What's
no,
the
it
thing?
seems to be a thing that men say to women.
Right.
Yeah. But even then, I don't know if it's like, I don't know what people are talking about it so often on social media, and I can't believe that it's really being asked that often. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, okay, so here's I'm gonna throw out something else, right? Like the way that social media works, right? Something has to have happened once. Or not even once. It might have just like been said once.
Yeah.
And then people parrot it. They see like, oh, this went well. I say this again. Yeah, I've seen that, you know? Like, okay, a callback to our 2 Vietnam episodes, yeah?
Yeah.
You know how like every veteran of the Vietnam War has a story of coming home and being spat on by people? And that
There's
happened.
not enough spit in the world.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they A, deserve it, and B, it didn't happen to anyone. They saw that in a movie once.
Yeah.
You know? And this happens on social media all the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
time now.
But that's why I asked, because I was really wondering, like, is this really a thing to
might
the
be, I don't
degree
know.
that it seems to be talked about?
And so, what is the channel thing? It's like, yeah, it is a thing. It's a thing. Oh wait, I should get some.
No,
other
just the replies were all over the place. But
ones. I know, butterfly.
a man replied. I mean, this is relevant because he's not saying he was asked that. Hell, I had one actually ask how much I get paid on the first few minutes of the date. So I went home, grilled a steak, had a bourbon and
Oh my
Coke,
God.
and cranked up the music. Okay. That was such a lame way to end that.
That is so
That's
lame.
such a lame way to end that mess. That.
Okay. Yeah. Get some cool, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if he just started that, like literally, if he just
the
ended.
problem is it's also like a very common way, you know. This is the type of person who want. Like, here's the thing, right? Who wants to be a type of person?
Oh my god, this is hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just wanted this guy's page. Okay, it looks like a parody account. Okay, so first of all, he looks about 60, I would say. He's got like the boomer photo where it's just too close. It's like a selfie that's too close to his face.
It does have boomer energy.
Yeah, and his bio is, well, I'm divorced with 4 girls. Okay, his bio.
We're dragging that poor guy.
What? This has to be a parody, right? It can't be. No, it's not. Okay, his bio is, well, I'm divorced with 4 grown children. They do not live at home. Former Marine, and I just started my own business. I'm looking for a good match. Now, what kills me about this bio is it literally says, okay, the first few words are literally, well, I'm divorced with 4 grown children.
I know.
The well is in there.
I like not putting your best foot forward, right?
I don't know, that well is just killing me. That
I think one problem, I'm gonna throw this out again, is like a criticism of social
Yeah.
media, yeah? People are too much in their own heads. You know, and they never think about how other people hear something.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what? This guy, it's okay. Some of these posts are a little wholesome.
Well, she might be a nice guy. I mean, that poor guy got spat on when he came home from Nam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, okay. I actually I like this guy.
Okay.
It's like,
Did we not like him before?
no, but you know, actually he didn't say anything wrong. It's just a bit cringe.
Yeah.
But as a
I thought that was what we were
I
making
just
fun
feel
of.
more and more sympathetic the more I'm just glancing at this page. as a single male that is a homeowner, cooks his own meals, does his. Okay, what? Wait a second. Wait a second. Why is he patting himself on the back for being like, I cook my own meals? Like, well, you have to. I mean, you don't
Yeah, who's gonna do it? For
Who
you?
else is gonna do it?
McDonald's, I
own.
guess.
God, actually, he kind of wants. I'm going all over the place with this guy because I'm like, God, this is crazy.
Actually, now he wants cookie points. It's like, this is not feminist.
Okay, but I was because okay. I opened the page and I was like, this is a fucking hilarious bio, right? Saying, well, I'm divorced with 4 kids.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, but he's really putting his heart out there. Like, he's really being vulnerable and being like, I'm looking for a partner. This is who I am. It's me. And then I start reading it more. It's like, I cook my own meals. I do my own laundry. And then I'm like, wait, okay, buddy, you can't be using that as a selling point. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, like...
Okay, he says he's drama-free. No, this is... Again, I'm like, this is kind of sweet. Because he's just trying. And he's not being sleazy, at least.
Okay, it's a tour de force.
Oh my god, he's got an AI chimp video.
A what? An AI chimp? What have I just heard?
Okay. I have to be honest, I don't... Okay,
I don't...
Okay, I have to be honest, I don't believe I have ever met more people here that should have been a blowjob. Just saying. Okay. Jeez, what's his name?
No,
Bernard.
we're not putting
Okay.
on
Okay.
blast
Okay,
on
okay.
Diary of a GhostEO.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, okay, we're back to talking about the replies I got. So here's one of the replies that I thought was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my original tweet, I'm saying that questions job interview asking transactional. And a woman replied, everything is a transaction, lol.
Well, I do think that was that was actually what I was gonna say too, right? Like we do live in a society, a neoliberal capitalist society that has put a price on everything, you know, and a very specific price on everything. And this seems like the kind of terrible outgrowth of that. That was one of my first thoughts.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's the same with the reply I got about people that are like, time is expensive, and when people are just trying to cut to the chase.
Yeah.
But the problem with human relationships, this is just...
It comes back to, like, this is not going to work out for you. Like, this is not how this works. Like, the person that has a good reply for this is going to take you for a ride, bro.
Yeah.
You know? It's like...
Yeah. But I was just thinking about that it's just so unhealthy to think about everything as transactional.
It is, yeah.
Because you can make that argument. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like seeing everything as transactional is kind of like a prism to see things through, right?
I mean, it's also like you're not thinking of your life in a very sensible manner then, right? Like if you're thinking about, well, how much is my time worth at this time or that time, right? Like you're also not really thinking about, so for example, if you like cooking or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, does that not, that should have an effect?
Oh yeah.
You
No,
know?
I get what you mean.
Like, maybe it's worth a lot, but you also like doing it. Like it's just weird to make like this kind of like calculation, and a lot of things just better not calculate it. You know, just don't calculate it. You give yourself grief.
Yeah, I saw a really sweet comment on Reddit where some people were talking about this question, the "what do you bring to the table" question.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was saying, you know, I'm with my wife not because she brings something to the table, because of who she is.
Yeah.
And which I think is what most people feel about relationships they have, right? But he was saying like how his wife is the kind of person who gives to the homeless and then cries if she doesn't have money on her to do that and things like that. And she's just like very genuine. I was thinking, like, yeah, this is what people are lacking, like that. Relationships are meant to be about things like this, the person's character.
No.
But
I mean, like the thing is, right? Like if you are really neoliberal brained, right? Like you could say like, well, now I'm going to put a value on this.
Yeah.
You
oh
know?
God.
And like, and then you're just like bringing it to the table is just like the wrong word, really. Like you're speaking in business jargon.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, do we have any synergies or whatever? It's like, well, wrong system you're thinking of. You know, you're trying to date right now. But I get sort of what you mean.
I mean, all of this together The woman who said pussy problems and bad spending habits, she was onto something. That is the correct answer to the question. Do you know what I mean? Like if someone asks, you may as well say that.
Yeah. And then she finds the guy is like, the first one is what I was looking for.
Say no more.
Exactly. I don't know, man. But yeah, ooh, I found a cave. Very nice. This is Spelunky cave? Could be. I feel like I had something else I was thinking of. What's this? No, I lost it because you got back to that.
I'm gonna search the question and see if anyone else is
Okay.
talking about this.
Yeah.
You should title this "What do you bring to the table?"
Yeah, okay. If I remember.
Okay, one of the top posts. I'm glad misogynistic men have made asking women what do you bring to the table their go-to, so we know how to stay far away from them. It's never a question they ask in good faith. The implication is that we're useless and contribute nothing. Yeah, true. The question, what do you bring to the table, has to be retired. It doesn't advance or help your dating quest. All it does is make the person you ask that question to want to end the conversation.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I do think too. Like, it's kind of like, it's very bitchless behavior.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I feel like you've watched too much MRA content. It's like, you know, women have to bring something to the table to get my attention or whatever. And you're like, I don't know, you're kind of a little bit of a weirdo, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't seem super fruitful. Any other answers?
Let me see.
Okay. I'm just gonna do some Minecraft. No, absolutely no space. Let's make some.
Oh, another thing is people keep like turning this into a bizarre metaphor about how women are the table or something. I know, it's just everything gets so stupid. A truly feminine woman is the table. A natural multiple. Oh God, I hate this. I hate this so much.
Yeah.
Give her peace, she'll give you paradise. Give her seed, she'll give you legacy.
Oh!
Gross, fucking gross, bro. Like,
Is this a guy or a woman saying this?
oh, I think it's a guy.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like it seems a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Give us it'll give you legacy. It's like, like okay, cool it down, Henry
God,
VIII.
it's just...
Like, you know?
I just feel like also people are always trying to make some kind of poetic statement. Like, when you invest in the right woman with love, vision, and stability, your life will elevate, not like spiritually, blah, blah, blah. Oh God, I don't care. What do you bring to the table? Babe, I own the whole building. This is cringe. This is cringe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I think I am correct in not going on social media.
You're missing out on the conversations. You're missing out on where it's been.
I do not feel like I'm missing out.
You know, and I feel like there's a good way to ask this kind of question. I mean, it's not exactly the same.
Yeah.
But if you just flip it around and you can
Table
say...
bot bring you.
You're so annoying. No, I mean, like, what do you look for in a partner, or like what attributes? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because it kind of gives you the chance to look to say what you're looking for.
Yeah. It feels a little bit different. I don't know, man. It all seems very bleak.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, no.
Because on the one hand,
idiot.
a lot of these guys are saying, what do you bring to the table? Women bring nothing to the table.
Mm-hmm.
But then when women are talking about like their degrees or their career, the same guys will say men don't care about that.
Yeah.
And so what are you meant to do? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't have any advice for this.
Yeah.
It sounds very stressful for people right now. I mean,
The gender relations are just
yeah,
so bad right now. Another thing is, what was I gonna say? There's also a discussion about how women have really high standards now, which I don't think so. I think usually it's just like I want a guy who treats me well and
yeah,
I don't know, does some stuff around the house too,
yeah.
whatever.
666.
Stop, not that again. um, but there's a comparison where men say like I just want her to not be overweight and be pleasant. So like there's a lot of tweets going around like this. Like
I mean,
you just need
yeah.
to be thin and be pleasant. And they're not
It's so fucking weird.
I know be
That's
pleasant
so
is such
fucking
be
weird.
pleasant is such a weird, ominous thing to say.
It's just like no, okay. Here's oh, man, I don't even know where to start. But it feels like if you say you need to be thin and pleasant, like it's so ironic because you're being so unpleasant, you know, just in that one statement,
Yeah, true.
you know,
True.
like
True.
just do what everyone else says. It's like you need to be into hiking and pleasant.
Stop. But I was gonna say, like, women are talking about how no
Oh, I could
one
have done this.
wants, like, no one actually reads that and
idiot.
thinks that's a good thing, right? Because women want to feel like appreciated for their personality
Yeah, yeah,
and
exactly.
cared about, like, they want the guy to have high standards too. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like people, like all people,
yeah.
and women as some of them too, not ghosts though, would prefer what that one guy said. It's like, oh, I love my wife because she's like very caring. She gives home
Yeah,
to people.
exactly.
It's like, oh, that's
Exactly.
nice. That's a nice thing to
Exactly.
hear.
We all need to be
Instead
like
of
that
being
guy.
like, she's hot and unoffensive.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
But a lot
I don't
of
think
people-
about her much, except like sometimes we have sex.
Yeah.
Like,
But a lot of people are like that. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's
they
like
are.
we know someone who is like that.
yeah.
Just
Adolf Hitler.
she's not. You know, the only thing that some guys will say, like you ask them about their girlfriend, just she's pretty and she's nice, and that's they don't know anything else. Man, that just sounds weird.
I do think there seems to be sometimes a bit of lack of interest as in women as full people.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of weird. Oh no! Oh, this is okay. Right? Should have made a shield. Yeah. What do you think? Women, people, yay or nay?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. But that wouldn't matter if there wasn't suffrage. Stunned, speechless. There's a lot of work to get a shield. I also forgot how to make a shield. Is there anything else you want to say?
No. Just thinking about. Oh my God, people are. Didn't we just talk about the tariff situation? Because now someone's made a meme. USA, what do you bring to the table? China, I made the table. Like they have an eagle wearing a MAGA hat, and ooh, the panda is so cute. Look at this. That is adorable.
That is good.
Okay.
Everyone memeing on the old tariffs.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna make a shield and then we're gonna call it a day. Didn't I have iron? Yeah, you got anything else to say?
No, I think that was pretty pretty much it.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Ooh, I want
That's
I
not
want to know
how do you make
anyone who is watching the video, you should answer the question. What would you say on a date if the person asked, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah, answer that in comments.
How would you answer that?
I don't know, like 666.
That is that's so gross. Stop.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if you bring enough to the table for me to invite you back in to this, maybe we need to diversify. We'll see about that.
I'm bringing topics to the table right now.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, stay spoopy, friends. See you in the next one. Keep subscribing. Bye.
Bye.